Hello, welcome to part 2 of our Melvor Idol walkthrough. So, in this episode, we're going to look how to recommence the game that we were playing before and moving on with our character. To see episode 1, see our playlist on our YouTube channel. Please like our videos and subscribe to our channel. It'd be really good to see you. Okay, so get to the video we were doing last time, you just click on this standard playthrough thing here and just press OK to confirm, and that will bring up the video where we were last time when we streamed. So this is where we were. This is what we done. We got a few items for our character. We got some food and some weapon over here, and in this episode we're going to continue on building up our character ready for combat. So I'm just going to shrink down a few things before we get started, like combat, and go back into non-combat skills. Okay, so there we go. So last time we done some fishing and cooking, and we got some armor. So we're going to continue to get a bit more stuff for our character. We do need armor. We've already got a dagger, so we do need to get a few more bits. So we're just going to start cutting out some more ores for copper and tin. And you should know how to do this if you watched the last video. Just click on the first one, copper, wait till it's run out, get the flat symbol, and then switch over to tin. So we're just going to get a few of these a couple of times. And these are all going into our bank. So as soon as you see that symbol, you know it's run out. So you just switch over, and while we're waiting for it to come back, we can get some tin. So we're just doing this really, a few times. So we get to level 5. We can click back over to copper again. Building it back up again. Just carrying on getting more and more ores. Excuse me. We got now level 2 in this. We've got more ores. As you get levels in this, you get more ores. Now I've got 7. Oops, sorry about that. Did that one a bit too quickly. There we go. So we're now level 5, which is really good. Just carry on collecting these for a little bit. Just build them up to get a few. And we're doing really well. We're just going to keep building them up. Switching between one and the other. This will probably be the last time. See down the bottom, it's coming on the screen roughly how many ores we've currently got. So just waiting for this one to finish. And we then collect some tin and we'll finish. So just collect a bit more tin. Level 6 mining, which is really good. So we're getting more and more experience at this particular skill. Okay, just click on that to stop it. That'll do us to see what we've got in the way of our bank. So we can go to our bank, and we've got, look, 24 tin and 25 copper, which means we'll only be able to make 24 bars to go to smithing. And we've done this last time. Make sure you click on iron bars, and we want to create 24 of these by just clicking on it. So it's exactly the same as before. So just click on it and just create our bars. And we're getting experience, and we're getting other things happen as this goes on, getting more and more. These, as I said to you before, as we go up levels, these will change, and they're never constant. And we now got a 5% chance of getting a double item. Have you seen that there? Okay, so that's really good. We've got 9 more to make. You always go by the lowest number, so you can know that that's how many you've got left to make. They always come up down the bottom here anyway. So once we've finished exhausting them, we're going to go to bronze beg your pardon. Now this time we're going to be a little bit more selective. We're not just going to build daggers. We can actually make bronze swords because it's now open. Now a sword is better than a dagger. So we're going to create a sword. Okay, so we're just going to create a sword just by clicking it, keep an eye on it, and when we get to level 5, we'll see what else we open if we get there. We should do. And just stop. And now we can get bronze gloves. So we've now got a few swords, made a few swords, and we've got these bronze gloves that I've opened up. Now this is armor, and we need this for our character, so we're going to make that as well. Click on it, and create. I forgot to click on it. So this will take us up to level 6, hopefully we'll have enough. And we'll create a few bronze gloves. And I'll stop there. Now this is a different weapon to a sword. It's a scimitar. It takes 2 bars to make 1 scimitar. Slightly better than a bronze sword, so I might as well make that as well. So create that. And there we go, we're out of equipment. So we just want to get rid of that 1 bronze bar. We just create a dagger just to get rid of that. Okay, so right, so we're going to go to our bank. This is all the stuff that we've just created. So we're going to sell this copper ore. We don't need that. So sell that for 2 gold coins. And we're going to sell the dagger because we don't need that. We've already got that equipped. So we can sell that. And we only got 1 for that. Now this time we've got all these different weapons. So I'm going to show you how we're going to work it out. Where we got a sword, we got a glove, and we got a scimitar. So if you want to see what they do, you just click on it and you view the stats, and you can tell like this one. This one adds 2 seconds to your attack interval. Gives you attack strength bonus of 2, but we lose -6 on block and a +2 on our strength bonus. So swords are better than daggers, but they're slower. So if we look at the scimitar here and we look at the same thing, you can see you still get the 2 second here, but you can see the difference here. You're still getting the -6 on the stab, but you're getting a +5 here, and -6 here, and a +3 here. These are only really basic bronze weapons. They're not going to be brilliant, but we are going to equip that. Remember what we said to you last time? To equip it, make sure you click on it, and then you just press equipment, and that will equip that scimitar to our character. Okay, and just to show you, to confirm that, go to combat, go up here just for a minute, and you can see there's our scimitar there. Okay, so that's how you do that. Okay, so let's go back to our bank. Now these gloves, this is our first bit of armor that we've made. You can look at the stats at this. You can see it gives you a +2 on all these top 4 things, which is really quite good. And it also gives us a +2 on defense. So that's our first bit of defense. So we can equip that straight away. Just equip one. And again, you can just check it up the top here by clicking this, and there's your glove there. Everything else now is not needed, so you can just sell it. And that's what I suggest you do. Sell everything. Just sell it all, get a bit more money. Not get a lot of money for these particular items. In fact, even by the time I've sold it all, we've still only got 174 gold coins. It's enough to be getting on with. But we've now got a better weapon. We've got a scimitar, and we got a glove. Okay. So that's really, something you could do a little bit more of by going into mining. And you can do this for yourself. I'm going to do this offline and just mine these up. Keep producing these by clicking on one of them each time. Wait till they run out, and then click on to the other one on the other side, and just keep building up, and you will get more and more things open on your smithing thing, because we'll be able to convert that into bars, which gives us experience, and then we'll be able to turn that into different bits of equipment for our character. And we'll start off with this nice and slowly. So we're just waiting for this to finish. As soon as that's finished, you can click on this one, and you can get more tin. So we're just going to do this for a little bit now, just to get even more experience. We're now up to level 7, and we're starting to get towards this level 10, which is going to give us another ore, which means we'll be able to create even better stuff. So this is why we were trying to do this. We want to get to level 10. So this is exactly why I'm just flipping between the two. Find that tin is a little bit slower than copper, so you may decide to do this twice. You can do them twice by just staying on it while it regenerates, and then just click. It'll just carry on digging it out. You don't have to click away from it or click on it again. It's automatic. So we're just waiting to get up these levels, because we're coming on really nicely now. As soon as this copper runs out again, we're currently getting 10 of them per turn now. We're going over to tin again. Now we're level 8, so we're nearly there. It doesn't take very long to get to level 10. That's all I'm really interested in. Now we've got to wait till we go back here again, I think, in a minute. So we're still at level 8, so we need 2 more levels. So we're going to make some more of these. You can keep an eye on how many you got. We can see it down the bottom here. We've got 27, 28, and so on. So you can keep an eye on it as it comes in. We're now getting 11 every time that regenerates, 11 little ores, and then getting 9 on this one. So it does go up as you go up levels. You get more and more of them. So just create some more of these ores. Just dig them out of the ground, I should say, not create them. And now we're going to collect these. And now we're level 9. And we're getting quite, I'm probably going to do tin twice now. So just to show you what it looks like. So just let this run. And then when it gets to the end, we're just going to leave it on there, and it'll regenerate, and we'll be able to get some more tin. Just to catch up a little bit with our copper. And we might get a few too many, but it doesn't really matter, because we can always sell the excess ones. We still need to get to level 10, which is we're 9 at the moment over here. See how I left it without touching it? Now it's come back. Start digging this again. So you don't have to do anything, just leave it. And this is how you idle overnight. If you ever decide that you want to idle overnight and get lots and lots of these, click on this one, do a full save over here. And once you've done the full save, you just close the program down, leave it, and go to bed, read a book, watch a film, do what you want, come back and you'll have thousands of them. Okay? That's how you do it. But we'll show you how to do that later. So we'll, got up to 13 now on them. So we should be getting there very soon. And there we are. We won't going to worry about that odd one. We're now level 10, which means that we can, it's actually level 15. I thought it was level 10, but that will do us for now. So if you need to know how many we got 37 copper and 48 tin. So if you wanted to make another 11 just copper, you could do that by simply going back to mining, and we'll just collect another 12 of these. So this is the only one we want to bring these up to date. To catch them up, it's near enough exactly right. So we stop this when we've done 11 of them, so we should have one remaining, and that'll bring them both up to the same amount. And this will help us as well. We're getting quite good experience points now for these, so I'm just waiting for it to get up to its 12 that we need. Or 11. So, because you can see, you've got to be very careful with it. It doesn't matter if you get one or two too many. So just stop there. Go to the bank. Well, we actually got 3 more, so I'm not going to go back and just get 3 tin. I'm just going to create them from there. So we're going to go to smithing, back to our bars, which are over here, and I'm going to create 48 bars for my character from all that ore we just picked up. This may take a couple of minutes, but it's quite interesting to watch it go through, and you can see all the bars are building up. We're getting experience. We're getting better and better at our skills. Now level 6 in smithing, and we're getting more experience here with the bronze bars every time we create one. We're now going to get chances for double item here. So we're getting quite good level now. We're mastery level 27 now, and we've got nearly 2,000, 3,000 mastery skill. Like I said, we're not going to be touching that for quite a while in last video. So we're just creating some bars. We're about halfway now. Got 27 of them. You can see them over here. Okay, so just waiting for this to finish its job. There's not many more left to go. The thing about bearing in mind what we said last time about these bars at the top, what we discussed last time, exactly the same with the skills. They don't change all these bars up the top here. This bit here is different. This bit down here is different. But this top bit is basically the same, no matter what skill you're using, which we talked to you about in the last video. So we're just collecting these, and we're already level 8, so we're getting quite well in this ability. Okay, we've run out of items. Okay, so we're just going to go over to bronze gear, and now you can see we can open up a whole couple of more different things over here. We can do a bronze helmet, which is another bit of armor, so we want at least one of them. So we're going to create one of them. As soon as you create it, just stop it. And a battle axe. We're going to take a battle axe. Battle axe is a good weapon, especially in the early game. So we're going to create one of them as well. Okay, so we have now created a bronze helmet and a battle axe. Now, it's really important to understand one thing now when we're getting a little bit more into the game. When you create an equipment like we are here, once you've created your bars, you need to be careful. You need to be selective about what equipment you're gonna, sort of make lots of. Like, if I make lots of daggers, say for instance, that only gives me a certain number of XP for every dagger I make, i.e. 10 in this case, and it's the same for the arrow tips. Now we're not going to be doing range for a little while, so I'm not worried about range, and throwing daggers is also range, so we're not interested in that. But if you look at bronze, if you look at daggers again, so these are the weapons that we're looking at. So you've got 10 here for a dagger, but if we go to bronze swords, it's also 10, so there's no difference in experience for these two. But if we go to the scimitar, it's double, it's 20, but it takes twice as many bars. Okay, now if we go to the bronze battle axe, it's 30 and it uses 3 bars, but you're actually getting more experience and these sell for more. So we're going to create more of these to see what happens if we get to level 9. So just click on create and create, and it shouldn't take long to get to level 9. There we are, level 9. Now level 9 gives you javelin heads. Now javelin heads is a ranged weapon that you use for making javelins. So we're not really interested in making javelin heads. They don't really do much for us. So you're better off carrying on making these bronze battle axes, which is what we're going to do because it gives you more experience. So it's exactly what we're going to do. So just carry on making them. So we're just going to keep going. Also, your XP, we're going to have to build all the XP and levels up for these. Now we're level 10, stop again. Now we've got boots. Now boots is also another part of armour. Okay, they They worth 20. Okay, they're worth 30. So we're going to make one of these. One boot. Off. And when you've done that, you've made it. And that's your piece of armour. Now you can continue to make these if you wish. It's only 10 difference, but so I'm going to continue making boots for now to see if we can get to level 12 because it's less bars. Might not get there, but we might. You never know. Let's give it a try. I have my doubts because we don't have that many bars left. We might make it. Yeah, we did. Okay. So we've run out of material, but we couldn't open up this level because we're not high enough. We're only at skill level 11. So all the equipment we've now made has been converted to what we want. So go to our bank. You can sell these 3 ores. Sell them all. We don't need to keep them. If you are following along, you can do that. And you can sell this 1 bar. There's no point in keeping that either. Okay, which will give you money. Okay, so let's have a look at these boots. Again, this shows you basically what it does. It gives your opponent a -1 to their attack and -3 on magic, and it gives you a +1 on defense. So we're going to equip that. We'll equip one of them. Okay, and now we'll go to the helmet. Again, you can look at your stats. You can have a look, see what it's all done over here. I'm not going to keep explaining this to you all the time, but basically this modifies your combat. So we are going to equip that as well. Okay, and then we're going to have a look at this battle axe. Okay, and you can see it does a huge amount of difference to the strength bonus, but it is incredibly slow because it's a 2-handed weapon, right? But it is better, I think, than the scimitar, so we will equip it. But we will not sell our scimitar. We're going to keep hold of it. So we're going to sell all these boots. So select all, sell all the boots that we don't want, and sell all the battle axes because we've got one equipped that we don't want. And what we're going to do is we're going to lock this so we don't sell it. So if we find that when we're fighting monsters we're not happy with the battle axe or it's too slow or whatever, we have an extra weapon that we can switch to, which is quite good. So we looked at our character now. He's changed quite a bit. He's now got a helmet. He's now got a battle axe, a glove, and a boot. And we want to get a shield and chest plate and leggings as well. Okay. But we may not get them today. Okay. Because we've done quite a lot on mining and smithing and we're quite high on those levels and we really haven't got much of anything else. Okay. Now we need to get a few more shrimps so we can get ready for combat. So to do that, going to go fishing and you just click on shrimps over here and just start fishing. And we're going to get a few of these. Another 25 or so will do us for now, just to keep us going, you know, because we got better chance of success now catching fish. We've got a 75% chance of catching fish and 25% chance of drunk. These are other areas, okay? They don't open up until you get to that level, like level 8 over here. You can shut these down, shrink these down if you wish. Just shrink them down by clicking on the eye, just so that they're not taking up too much room on your menu, because you're not going to get there for quite a while. It's normally what I do is shut them down like this and just let that run while I'm shutting it down. And they all closed down now, so the only ones I've got open are these 2 immediate ones. When we get to level 5 in fishing, we will open up these areas. These are different areas. Shallow shore is one area. And you get 3 types of fish in here that open up at different levels, as you can see here. And Sharpnel River, which is the next one over here, which starts at level 5. And then more fish open at 10 and 20. And it's the same with this one over here, which opens up level 8 and so on and so forth. But just for now, we're not near there, so we don't need that open. And each does different things. Like this shallow shore does fish at 75%. Junk at 25%, specials at 0. This one does fishing at 80%, so it's a slightly better place to fish. and you pick up less junk. Still don't get any specials, but if you look at just for a minute for this trench of despair, you can see that you get 70% chance of a fish, whatever it might be that you're trying to catch from that, a 28% chance fishing, and a 2% chance for something special. So it's the first time you'll get probably gems, okay? It's normally gems are associated with fishing, okay? Fishing is a good early way of making money, especially with junk. Just keep an eye on your level, your thing. We're going to be doing that in a minute once we've got some more fish. I'm just waiting to see how many we've got. We have now got 23, so I'm going to be stopping soon. So here we go, 20. How many we got? So I missed that. Came through. Oh, we only got 19. So we're going to stop in about number 6 or so. And we're actually, mastery levels going up really well. We just about make out. We can just about make out. And my mastery bar is just showing on the screen a very tiny bit. I don't know if you can see that. It's right at the end there. Because obviously it's not a huge amount compared to what we need to be absolute masters in this. But we're now getting a little bit of mastery. So we are getting better and better at these skills. And trust me, it will take you a very long time to fill up this whole bar. Yeah. Okay. So how many we got now? There we go. Stop fishing. Let's just check our bank. Yep, I've got 25. And again, with all these junk, we are just going to sell it. Okay, just sell the lot. You do not need junk at this stage. Just sell it. Need the money. So we're getting more and more money as we go. Be careful not to sell your shrimps. Okay, but I've got them locked from last time, so that doesn't happen. Okay. Okay, there we go. Cooking. Okay, so we saw this last time, and we're just going to create our shrimps. Got 25 shrimps here, and we want to cook them. So just active cook and start cooking them. Get a bit more experience in cooking, and this will give us more cooked salmon more cooked shrimp. I beg your pardon, salmon that we can put into our combat skill, which will enable us to heal when we go off and use it. So we're just basically cooking these shrimps. I've still got perfect cooks on, and we're now level 3 in cooking, which is pretty good. We're getting there now. We're getting quite a good character. We're nearly prepared to start going. We haven't got much longer to go. Okay, so we've run out of stuff. So go to our bank, and we're just going to equip those, and they will go into our combat, and they'll be over. We've now got 42 fish. That's probably going to be enough for now. I mean, if you want to bring it up to 50, just go back to fishing, get another 12 or so, 15, and cook them, and you'll have around 50, I reckon. Because don't forget, you'll lose some. Okay. So what other skills we've got? Now, I did tell you last time that this is farming, and you can create food in farming. But we can't do anything with it because you need something called seeds, and we don't have any seeds. Okay, so you need to be able to plant seeds, enable you to grow food. You might need things like compost and water, which you can add to improve the chances of your crop being successful. But we don't have the seeds, so there's not really much point in doing farming at the moment. If you do choose farming path later on, okay, be warned. Okay, it can take like 119 minutes, I think, to grow basic crops like potatoes, onions, and carrots. 119 minutes, so it's a very long time. And like I said, I'm level 121 on my other character, and I don't ever see that time coming down. Fletching is about making arrows for your range combat. Crafting is useful because it allows us to create crafted materials out of certain things, like you can see here. at the top here. But at the moment we've got nothing that we can do with this because we haven't been out to find the materials that we need to be able to craft anything. Astrology is a sort of general skill that helps improve other skills. Like in this particular case, you can use it will help you improve wood cutting and farming. This first one, but we're not going to worry about astrology just yet. Okay, and we talked about township last time as well being different. We're not going to do that in this video either. Okay, so now back to our bank. Okay, and we're going to unfreeze our combat skill so we can see what we've got here. I didn't really cover hit points last time, and I did want to talk a little bit about hit points. Your hit points you will gain experience every time you kill monsters. You will gain some experience on hit points. Okay, and when you get up, and as you get more and more experience, eventually your hit points will get to 100% experience, whatever that might be, and then your hit points will increase. Okay, and make you stronger. There is a second currency that you can spend in the shop, which we didn't discuss last time, and it is Slayer. See these here? These coins here? This one's 150,000 Slayer. This one's 3 million, and so on and so forth. There's this Slayer. To get Slayer points, you need this Slayer skill open. So every time you use a Slayer skill, you will get some of these Slayer points or some of these Slayer coins. Save them up to get what you want, and you'll be able to buy them from the shop instead of using gold coins. Okay, so that's Slayer. Prayer, slightly different. We're going to cover prayer later on, and that's actually in this area here. Here's prayer. You can see it here. It also shows you what your prayer is here, how many prayer points you got here. We've got none at the moment, and your active prayer. That means the one that you're currently using. There is one that's available to you. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail at the moment, but basically this gives you a plus percentage to your melee evasion. Okay, but we're going to talk about that later on. If you're interested in getting prayer points, the easiest way to get prayer points is by woodcutting. Okay, so we're going to do this just so you can see what it looks like. Okay, there's a non-combat skill. Okay, so we're just going to chop down, I don't know, 20 trees. Let's say 20 or 30 trees. So just click on this tree, start chopping them down, and you'll start collecting trees. We're going to need a few of these in order to be able to show you what we want to show you. So we're just going to let this run for a while so we get a fair few, at least 30 I would say. So this is probably going to go up to level 2 hopefully, maybe. I mean 83 trees, 83 we've got level 2 now in wood cutting. We've got 11 trees already. So don't forget, it opens another tree at level 10, but we're only at level 2, so we're going to need number 8 levels. We're not going to go that far with it at the moment. We mostly use trees to help us with range combat and to get particular items for township. We'll be coming back to wood cutting later on. So level 3, how many we got now? I've got nearly 20, so we're just going to carry on letting it build up a little bit. I want to really try to get 30 just to demonstrate to you some of the other skills that we've not used, and we've not used wood cutting yet. It's the first time, so we've got 25 now. I can see the amount down the bottom here. 26. Now level 4, so it's coming on really well. So I've got 29, so we'll be able to stop it now. We've got 30 now, so that'll do us. So we've cut 30 trees down. Okay, which is really good, taking us up to skill level 4. Okay, and you can see them here in our shop. There they are. But we're not going to sell them. They're only worth 1 gold piece each. If you hover over the item, it tells you what it is, normal logs, and underneath it shows you what it's worth. So they're not, at the moment we're all right for money, so we haven't got to worry about it, and we need these for another purpose. So keep hold of them. So now we're going to go to fire making. Okay, now this is fire making. Okay, this skill is exactly the same as anything else. You've got your exclamation up here. You've got your force save, which I'm going to just do a quick save, and all the other bits that we went through before. This is a slightly different screen. So the first thing you want to do is select the logs that you want to use. Now we've only got normal logs, but if you've got more than one type of log, you can select whichever one you want to use. So we're just going to select that. That now puts that in here, and it tells me that I've got 30 normal logs. Okay, and each time I use one of these, right, I'm going to gain 19 experience. But to make things better for us, I can boost this by burning 10 logs by clicking this blue bar. So if I click that and then start burning, I've used 10 logs, and now we're burning them and we're collecting stuff as well. You can see the little smoke thing going up in the air here, and collecting a new ore called coal. Okay, so we now got 12 left. So, you can either light the bonfire again, but it's not worth it because you ain't got enough. So we just let this burn out, and you're collecting this new ore called coal, which is very, very useful. Okay, so we're just waiting for them to burn out. We've only got 3 left now. And we've already got level 4 in fire making. Okay, so once you've reached the end of that, it will stop automatically. Now, okay, let's go to our bank. We burnt all our logs. First thing we're not going to worry about this ash for now. We're going to go to this coal ore. They are worth 13 each. Okay, and if you sell all 8 of these, you're going to get 104 gold just for the coal items. This is a very good way of making money, people. So my suggestion to you, right, is go on here, right, click on tree, like I've showed you, do a full save, shut your program down, go and have a cup of tea, have a bite to eat, come back in an hour, and you will have several hundred of them. Yeah, and then just go to fire making. Okay, and then just make sure you select your log. Once you've done that, start burning them and adding 10 logs, and you'll get some nice money early stage. I'm not going to do it myself. You're welcome to do that if you wish. So back to the bank. I'm going to sell these 8 coal. We're going to need coal later on, but for now we don't need it. So we're just going to sell that, and that gives us 104 gold. Now, this one is slightly different. Okay, now ash. Okay, this is ash. Now you can see if you look over here, if I sold all 4 of these, they're worth 5 gold pieces each. So if I sold all 4 of them, I'd get 20 gold. Well, I don't really need 20 gold because I've got quite a bit of money. But look, there's a new thing come up here. Berry item. Right, what does that mean? Right, what this does is this is associated with this thing called prayer. So just to show you, I'll open this up, and here's prayer here. At the moment, we have the 0 prayer points. You see it here and here. Okay? But if I had to bury these items, I will get 2 prayer points for each of these items I bury. So I've got 4, so if I bury these, I will get 8 prayer points. So this 0 will become 8. So we can do that. So you just bury the item. Do not sell these. If you get these, bury them. Okay, because they're not worth selling. It's much better to sell the coal. Alright, so just bury them. Poof, there you go. They've gone. And if we now go over to prayer, you now see we got 8. So we now got 8 prayer points. Which means, if I wanted to, I could use this particular prayer thing, because it only costs 1 prayer point to use it, for 8 turns. Now, obviously, 8 turns is not very much at all, yeah? So, I personally would not worry about it too much at the moment. But if you're going to go off for an hour or two and get a lot, and burn the logs as well, like I showed you, you're going to get a lot of those ash, and you'll be able to get quite a few prayer points. Okay? So that's going to come in really useful later on, when you need to use this, which will give you an extra 10% melee evasion, which means it will make it a lot easier for you to evade the monster's attacks. So that's really good. So that's why I suggest you do that now. So let's just go back to the bank for a minute. Okay, so we're nearly getting there now. So basically, we know now we got 12, but we're going to be saying to ourselves, okay, I want to have a bit more room in my warehouse to collect items because I haven't got enough. I've got 12 spaces at the moment. I'm using one to hold this scimitar. So I need a bit more space. Theoretically, you've only got 11 because you're using one. So if you go to the shop and if you go over here to which this extra bank slot and click on this 3 times and buy 3 more extra bank slots. So that's 1, buy, and you'll see it goes up. See that? Jumped up. So we now got 13. Buy another 2. It jumps up again and buy 3. So we now got 15. Okay, we now got 15 bank slots. One we're using is 14, so I'm going to buy 1 more. Bang. So I have 16 bank slots. One's being used, which means I have 15. So I now have a space for 15 individual items, as I explained to you before. It's quite, every time you do a skill, regardless of what it is, not, we'll talk about combat in a minute, just string it down. Every time we do a non-combat skill, say like wood cutting, every time you cut a tree down, okay, that tree will go into your bank automatically. And it's just gone in there. Okay, and that will happen every time you go in, every time you use a skill, whether it's wood cutting, fishing, fire making, cooking, mining, smithing, thieving we'll talk about later on. When you get around to doing farming and you harvest the crop, that'll go straight into your bank. No matter what you do in this game, all your items go automatically to the bank. So I'm just going to sell these because I don't need them. Okay, so that's what happens there. Okay, and the reason I wanted to buy an extra, why I bought 16 slots, is because I'm keeping hold of this sword or scimitar, and I want to know that I've already got 1. So 1 away from 16 means I've got 15 spaces, which is really what I want. So it's quite a good start, and still got reasonable money. It's not great, but it's reasonable, and we're going to make money. When you do get into combat, okay, you should know that when you fight monsters, let's just click on our armor for a minute. When you do fight monsters, we will be fighting monsters in the next video, okay, you will get gold as well. Every time you kill a monster, regardless of whatever it is you're killing or attacking at the time, you will get a certain amount of gold, okay, and it will drop automatically. And we're going to be looking at Slayer tasks, okay, next time. And we're also going to be looking at monsters and how to fight monsters and whatever. So this is really going to be the end of the video. But what I suggest you do, okay, is get yourself, while I'm offline, not streaming, I'm going to get myself a few more logs and a few more prayer points. You need to get yourself, 500-600 prayer points and sell all the logs, yeah. And you need to get yourself some more armor by using these 2 mining skills, so you can get some more armor by getting more of this open down here. Should be able to do this yourself now. Been through it a couple of times with you. Should be able to be okay now, and I'll have that all done by the next time we stream. Okay, so until then, thanks very much for being with me today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like our videos and subscribe, and we'll see you in part 3 next time. Until then, this is Stephen or Gamer Guide saying thanks for being with me. I'll see you soon. Take care and God bless. Bye.